When summer rolls around and the weather gets hotter, one of the best places for vacation or weekend getaways are lakes just like these. You can boat, you can jet ski, fish, swim, people watch, eat, drink, and drink so much that you forget all that other fun stuff you just did. But most of all, it's a place to relax. Now, some people aren't satisfied with just the weekend getaway and they choose to live the lake life. For lakefront property, you can't get anything better in Texas and right here on Lake Conroe. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 lake communities, and we're doing that now. Let's get to it. No, let's get to it. I don't like it. Let's try something else. And we're checking them out now. And away we go. No, that's way worse, right? Let's rock. Yahtzee. Boom goes the dynamite. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. What's up, everyone? It's Jeff with Jeff West Properties, your host for the Conroe Living Channel, where we identify and celebrate everything that makes Conroe, Texas, one of the fastest growing cities in America. I've lived in 2 of these communities. I've worked in one of these communities. I can't afford one of these communities, and I'm not eligible to live in one of these communities yet. I'll let you figure out which ones are which, but in no particular order, here are my top 5 communities on Lake Conroe. Let's start our tour in the dead center of Lake Conroe's southern shore. Gated community of April Sound. One of the oldest communities on the lake, April Sound was established in 1972. It's situated on 1,000 wooded acres, which is a beautiful backdrop for both the 18-hole championship golf course and the 9-hole par 32 course. You also have a 12-court racket club, which was the original heart of the community in the 70s, hosting celebrity tennis tournaments with appearances by stars like Glenn Campbell, Phyllis Diller, and Lloyd Bridges, who was in those airplane movies before going on to his greatest achievement, making Jeff Bridges.
Your opinion, man.
The facility has 8 outdoor courts and 4 covered tennis and pickleball courts, which is just a tennis court with blue masking tape outlining the smaller, picklier court in the center. There are lessons available from USTA professionals, a pro shop, and leagues, drills, and open play. The heart of the community is the April Sound Country Club, a building that's been completely renovated since 2007 when a fire destroyed the original club. This beautiful building hosts many different clubs and activities for the community, as well as restaurants, a bar, and the golf pro shop. There's a lot of diversity in the housing options, starting with a large selection of condos both on and off the waterfront, currently starting at $213,000. The prices in the neighborhood for single-family homes go all the way up to right around $3.5 million currently. A third of the way up on Lake Conroe's eastern shore is the community of 7 Coves. It got its name because it has several coves. 7 of them, in fact. I'm an amazing tour guide. Anyway, 7 Coves is the most affordable community on the list, primarily because there's no golf course like there is in the other neighborhoods. Though you wouldn't know it from seeing all the golf carts driving around the community. What it does have is a beautiful 288-slip marina, and coves, 7 of them. It also is home to one of Lake Conroe's most popular and recognizable attractions, the Lighthouse, not to be confused with Monty's Lighthouse, a restaurant on the lake, which doesn't have a lighthouse, ironically, and it has no coves, which makes 7 Coves superior on both counts. You'll also find another one of the most popular lake attractions docked here, the Southern Empress, a Mississippi River paddle boat that hosts dinner cruises and private events. Current houses on the market start at $292 and go all the way up to $925 for lakefront property. You'll find all sorts of different styles, but what makes Seven Coves unique are all the homes that share the Cape Cod style architecture. It gives the community a real northeast waterfront feel. You can find the next neighborhood on the list on the west side of Lake Conroe, right in the middle, just off the 1097 bridge. This is the gated community of Bentwater. Situated between the shores of Lake Conroe and the 16,000-acre Sam Houston National Forest, Bentwater itself spans more than 1,400 acres. That space not only holds natural beauty with mature trees throughout the community, but probably some of the best amenities that you're going to find not only on Lake Conroe, but anywhere in the greater Houston area. Bentwater Sports Club is a 10,000 square foot complex that contains a state-of-the-art fitness center, day spa, racket club, and community pool. Across the street, you'll find Bentwater Country Club, hosting dining and special events and the starting spot for 54 holes of championship golf. The Bentwater Yacht Club is one of the most beautiful buildings you'll find on Lake Conroe, with amazing event space for things like weddings, reunions, or a romantic dinner for two, if you're super rich and can afford to book it just for something like that. By the way, if that's you and you're looking to buy a house, give me a call. The marina houses 150 boat slips with a fueling station and kayak rentals. Almost every home in the neighborhood is no more than 2 blocks away from either the lake or the golf course. Bentwater is a custom home community with some of the most attractive and exclusive real estate in the area. Home prices currently range from the mid-300s to over $4 million, with sizes between 1,600 square feet to over 13,000. There are more opportunities to build in Bentwater right now than any other community on the lake. Next on the list, on the cleverly named Walden Peninsula, we can find Walden. It's located on the southwestern shore of Lake Conroe. And was one of the first original lake communities, with homes being built all the way back to 1973 and some still being built today. Because of the older homes as well as smaller new entry-level builds, Walden is one of the more affordable neighborhoods on the lake, especially when you compare it to all that it has to offer. Currently, homes start at just over $260,000 and go all the way up to $5 million. As with so many of the lake communities, Walden places high priority on its golf, with the Walden Golf Club being one of the top-rated private courses in the state of Texas, with its signature par 5 hole 11 considered one of the top 500 golf holes by Golf Digest. The Walden Yacht Club and Marina hosts 536 boat slips, making it the largest yacht club of any Lake Conroe community. The 17,000 square foot Walden Country Club houses a variety of community and private events, as well as being home to the Commodore Dining Room, offering fine dining options with one of the best views on the lake. They also have arguably one of the best Sunday brunches around. The fitness complex and racket club has 16 tennis courts with leagues, tournaments, and private lessons, open both during the day and evenings under the stadium lights. The fitness center, like so many of the other communities on the list, is state-of-the-art. In fact, if you're wondering why so much of the gym footage looks exactly the same for each of these communities, It's because I use stock footage because I felt really weird about going in and filming people while they're working out. But I assure you, everyone who works out in these gyms look exactly like these people. Heading up to the northeast side of the lake, we find the next community on our list, Chambers Creek. This one is going to be amazing, and notice I say it's going to be because this is a brand new community. It just broke ground in November. I put it in the top 5 communities based on the plan and vision, and you're already starting to see it take shape. Chambers Creek is a 55 and better adult community, and the vision is to create a fully encompassing community addressing every factor of a well-balanced life. You'll find a lot of the programs and activities at the first amenity center, the Summit, which is going to be one of several when the community is fully built out. It's scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of 24. This will be the hub of connection within the community where you'll find gathering spaces, a ballroom, cafe. They'll host everything from classes for continued learning to bunco tournaments. To stay active and healthy, you'll also have a fitness center and both indoor and outdoor pools, as well as, of course, pickleball. There are over 20 miles of hiking trails to help you commune with nature, as well as a non-denominational chapel for spiritual gathering, which is currently in production. And because one of the biggest draws to retiring in the area is both the lake and golf courses, Chambers Creek provides a 9-hole course designed by PGA great Tom Lehman, as well as an 18-hole putting course, and a marina with direct Lake Conroe access that when completed will have around 300 boat slips. And of course, when you're talking about a well-balanced life, in the immortal words of Ernest Hemingway, my only regret in life was that I didn't drink more wine. So Chambers Creek created its own 2-acre vineyard, and they will be bottling their own wine by next year. Homes in Chambers Creek are currently starting at around $360,000 and will go well into the millions for custom options. The first stage will have about 400 houses built, and when Chambers Creek is completed, it will be around 3,000. The vision is so impressive that the Wall Street Journal called Chambers Creek the future of adult housing. Couldn't agree more. Montgomery County, Texas continues to be one of the fastest growing counties in America, and things like living the lake life are a good reason why. Hey, if you want information on these or any other communities in the Conroe or greater Houston area, just pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text or email, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm a relocation specialist who's helped people from all over the nation and all over the world relocate to the Lone Star State. If you want to know more about these 5 communities or why Conroe, Texas is one of the fastest growing cities in America, make sure to subscribe to the Conroe Living Channel. Here you'll learn about the city, its residents, and everything that makes Conroe such a great place to call home. Here's a video to get you started.